Well, getting a driver's license caused quite a stink here in Austin today. You know, in Texas, if you want one of these, well, you have to give your thumbprints. But KISJ Carter shows you why some folks today said they don't want anybody scanning their body parts.
Now you're going to see me, Alex Jones, and about 100 other people go down to the Texas Department of Public Safety and protest thumb scanning, finger imaging for driver's license. Yes, everyone must get it. And according to the Federal Register, President Clinton would like to start random urine, blood, or other tissue sample testing at the driver's license facilities around the nation. Well, don't hear it from me. Hear it from newscast and our cameras that were there on the scene the fateful day that 100 Americans stood up to Big Brother.
Alex Jones wants to renew his driver's license. He also expects to be arrested.
I'm going in there with my passport, my birth certificate, my driver's license, my W-2 form.
But he won't give a thumbprint. Moments after this interview, troopers did arrest him.
If you do not leave now, I will be forced to arrest you.
Sir, I'm here to get a driver's license. I have never had a criminal record. It's time to go.
Jones says fingerprinting gives government too much control. And the next thing you know, they'll ask for urine and blood samples.
Alex Jones is now in an Austin jail, and he'll face a disorderly conduct charge. The DPS points out, by the way, that its database of thumbprints helped identify some of the victims of the tornado in Gerald last year, and they say this system helps and protects all of us.
I'm sorry, sir, you're just flat wrong. This has nothing to do with public safety and everything to do with the international tracking grid that's being set up. All you have to do is watch Lockheed Martin Marietta commercials from the defense industry to Visa commercials. All down the line, they're pushing thumb scanning to buy and sell, and probably within 5 to 10 years, everybody's going to have to do this to buy and sell. And this is all for the IRS to gather intelligence on us. The DPS even admits it. It goes to the federal government. It's all hooked into a national database, and you see the free market supposedly engaged in this. It's all part of a grid of control.
Middle East king, every royal family is going to fall. It's only a matter of time. Now, the elite's timeline is the end of 2012. They said, Mr. Fromm, before he ever died, said that the dollar will be dead, not non-existent, but dead by the end of 2012. That means that they have to create a number of things. First of all, when they told me that there would be a crisis in the Middle East in 4 to 5 months, it took place in Egypt first, just as they had said it would, and then it will spread through the entire Middle East for the purpose of getting crude oil to the price where they want it to go.
I want to be clear. The purpose is not to give freedom to the people. I mean, who likes Mubarak? They're going to put even worse people in.
So last week, our Secretary of State, Hillary Clinton, actually met with the Muslim Brotherhood. She met there for the purpose of guaranteeing them that each country that they take over, they will have the government of that country. It's being done because the whole thing turns out with the New World Order over a period of years, bringing about total control all over the face of the earth. Now, notice this. In result, Saudi Arabia supplies more crude oil to America than any other country. And the end result is what they want, which Saudi Arabia, when it hits them, mark my words, you'll have $200 a barrel, you'll have $6, $7, $8 a gallon at the gas pump, so that they can collapse the dollar. Don't you understand that the New World Order is not destroying America? The New World Order is taking over America. It is a matter of control. And in order to do it, they have to take the price of crude oil to $200 a barrel, collapse the dollar, bring it to a situation of having so little purchasing power by the end of 2012 that the government of the United States of America will have to default on its debt. Whenever the dollar collapses, do you realize what's going to happen to China, who holds $1 trillion of our paper, T-bills, and they've trusted it? Every bit of this is supposed to...
And they're going to bring all 50 states. They're going to bring all 50 states into receivership under the feds, themselves bankrupt to the IMF and World Bank.
They'll make the American people desire, beg, plead, get on their knees and beg for a new currency. That basically is what they want to do.
Here are the facts. There is as much crude oil on the North Slope of Alaska as there is in Saudi Arabia. The governor of Alaska stated on the Bill Maher TV show Real Time on March the 18th, 2005, there is potentially enough crude oil on the North Slope of Alaska to supply the entire United States of America for 200 years. He's correct. Every 24 hours at Prudhoe Bay, Alaska, on the North Slope where the large oil field is, they pump back into the ground 1 billion cubic feet of natural gas that comes up with the oil. You did hear correctly. I did not say million. I said 1 billion cubic feet.
We're here in Southern California at the Long Beach Naval Weapons Shipyard, one of the only deepwater ports in America that our military controls. Actually, only one of 3. And it's the only one on the western side of the United States controlling the Pacific. The Clinton administration decided to shut it down in 1993. Your government, which pretty much at the top level is selling out, thinks there's no problem with the communist Chinese that treat their people like slaves, gaining our strategic military bases and ports all over this.
Now, continuing here, I will get more into what it means that the Democrats are attempting to flush Barack Hussein Obama down the collectivist toilet bowl. Now, they could still have him rise as a phoenix, and we enter the prime vector area right now. We're entering the zone right now of staged false flag terror. We're entering the zone of absolute economic implosion and panics. We're entering the zone of Israel blowing the daylights out of military sites, and their plan's been out for years, over 200 sites to be hit with smart bombs, bunker busters, super bunker busters, you name it. And Iran is going to go completely ape. There's not going to be any need for the globalists to stage terror attacks. They're going to use asymmetrical warfare and activate Hezbollah cells in Israel and probably in the West. And then the establishment is going to use that as an excuse to clamp things down. Al-Qaeda has reportedly gotten upwards of 10,000 heat-seeking missiles in Libya, shoulder-fired. And, of course, NATO put them in power, but that won't matter when they start attacking with those. It'll just be, we've got to stick our hands down your pants and set up domestic checkpoints because Al-Qaeda got thousands of heat-seeking shoulder-launched missiles. With one of these, a teenager with no training, just aim it. When it starts beeping, pull the trigger with this particular type of heat seeker that Gaddafi had a bunch of. You just drive out to the airport. You can sit there 2 miles from the airport in your truck and wait till planes fly over, step out, and just blow them out of the air all day long. It'll go up, blow out one of their main engines, blow the wing off. It'll be a disaster. Some reports a month ago said 2,000. Now they're saying upwards of 10,000. Shoulder-fired heat-seeking missiles. Turn it on, powers up, flip the eyepiece up. When it starts beeping and goes to a solid tone, it's got its heat seek, pull the trigger. Heat-seeking missile goes out. Boom. Goes right into the engine. That would make 9/11 look like child's play. In a matter of minutes, they could say at high noon, shoot down every aircraft that takes off from every major airport. There's planes always landing and taking off. You don't have to shoot one that's even taking off. Of course, you can shoot them as they come in for landings. And then it crashes into the entire airport. Then the aircraft can't land. That's a special forces dream, by the way. The Soviets, of course, trained during a nuclear war to have sleeper cells activate and do just that. Go out to airports and shoot down the aircraft. And then all the planes in the air can't land. And it creates total panic. Some of the other special forces tactics the Russians and the U.S. is trained for is how to go up with simple chemicals into high-rise buildings and dump them into the air conditioning system, killing everyone in the building. You know the type of chaos that'll create? You know what a 5-man team can do to a major city in 1 hour? Total panic. Buildings on fire everywhere. This is asymmetrical guerrilla warfare. You think the TSA sticking their hands down your pants and keep you safe from that?